I'm talking about come on in. Hey. Thank you. Is it? I didn't get the memo.
No,
She's so shady.
No, I would have told she like it ain't no fedora Saturday. It is not no fedora.
I feel so left out. All them damn fedoras sit in my closet. I don't wear none of them.
Yeah.
Who is Bianca?
It's Sacha headline.
For real. Y'all ain't told me nothing. Ooh, y'all so shady.
What?
I'm gonna have to drink to that.
We've been so busy with the Cooper production.
Woo.
I ain't time to say that.
God bless America. You ain't lied.
Time to do nothing.
You don't want me out. You don't want me out.
Right. This shit, man, I had forgot to pay bills.
May I have your attention, please? You're now listening to Blunt Talk with Allie B and Tree, the voice of reason.
It's your girl Allie B and
Tree, the voice of reason.
welcome to Blunt Talk Guhlz. This is a Don Julio intro tonight. No, this how we doing it tonight. Fuck it. It's your girl Allie B.
And your girl Tree, the voice of reason.
Welcome to Blunt Talk Guhlz.
Where it's okay to talk bluntly.
While speaking of things of a cannibalistic nature and talking about the get wet creams, the stretch cream, and the...
You go quit dissing my product.
No, that is not a diss, because some folk be needing it. Not everybody. And this is what you put on your face, the cream that you put on your face, and this is what you spray down your throat. No?
I don't even want to advertise. They send up here. Y'all can come read them. After we finish taping.
I do this every podcast. Because when I see the creams, I think about like companies like Starship, you know, like the keep it wet, the get it wet, the stretch it tight, or the get it tight.
You and your mate have creams at the house.
No, we don't need them. I am the cream.
Oh, all right.
Hello. Good night. You started some shit.
No dry draws in your house.
Period.
Y'all look nice as hell with them hats on.
Thank you.
I mean, don't they look amazing with the hats on tonight?
Hats, we always support black businesses. Okay, we got you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. We got you like the hats. We get that. You love the hat. Okay, so I'm trying to plug the hat.
I love the hats.
We always support black businesses. So these hats that you see some of our guests and myself have on is by my good friend Sachi Jordan. Her company is called Branded by Bianca. And we'll plug that. Make sure you get on the screen. Her Instagram is at Branded by Bianca for all your everyday fedora needs.
Yes, fedoras. I'm just upset that I didn't get the memo.
I didn't even know.
I feel some type of way.
Because it was not intended. You know I would have told you if this was planned.
You sure went up there and put one on though.
I was
unintended.
Yeah, I had already.
And you cute. I like that
I'm
brown.
not cute no other day.
Now see.
I wear a fedora all the time.
No, but I like that. That's different. Like I never see you in a fedora. I do. I like that. You be cute all the time.
You
but I
do
really
too.
like this.
Yes.
This is really
The cute
cute.
podcasters.
Period.
Yeah.
We cute or whatever.
Cool.
Hello.
Right. Let's quit fucking with y'all. So we're gonna get ready for our first topic for the night. So. Wowzers. Okay. So our first topic for the night is, you know how Gabriella Dwayne Wade has done it. Ludacris and his wife had done it. Lala and Carmelo Anthony have done it. Taking a break in the relationship.
I know who haven't done it.
Who?
Myself.
Oh. Girl, I done took
I ain't doing no breaks.
breaks, lunch hours, vacations, leave of
Shit.
absences, short term.
Man, I might get 30 minutes,
disability.
if an hour.
Right. So my question tonight is, what is a break? Just what are you trying to accomplish when you say, "Oh, I feel we need to take a break"? Are you trying to look at that person and just observe where things are going wrong? If it's more cons than pros, do you all end it? Like, what's the purpose of it? Like, when people say they want to take a break, I think it just gives, especially niggas, an outlet to say they cheat. So if they get caught doing some shit, well, we was on a break.
Well, I mean, it all depends because I know that sometimes women want to take a break because we be on that $40 bald-headed hoe shit. And we be like, let's take a break because you really don't even really like the guy. You're not really vested in him. He might be the settle guy. And you're kind of hoping that you're going to meet your ideal guy, your Mr. Right. And you might have a Mr. Right, but he might be Mr. Square as fuck.
But sometimes they
So
be together for years at a
sometimes,
time.
listen. Okay, I'm not going to, listen, I don't have a manual to this shit. I'm just telling you personally what I think, which is not law. It's just, my personal opinion. I just think there are different scenarios based off of different relationships. I mean, would you consider taking a break?
I just told you I done took breaks.
So how was that healthy? Did you consider that to be healthy? Was it leaves of absence? Okay, so how long is a break? Like, are we talking about like a week?
It depends on what that
Is that break like cold turkey, like no conversation, or are we still talking in between? Like, define break.
What's a break, man?
I don't believe in breaks, so I can't define.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think it's just if you need a break, you don't need to be with that person.
Yeah, I totally agree.
What are we taking a break for?
So, like, this is my thing. I feel like when it comes to taking breaks or there's no different than breaking up as far as I'm concerned because it's fair game when you break up. So, me personally, ain't no goddamn breaking up because I'm not allowing room for anybody to come in and think they finna fuck up or get in. And, because that's how Dwayne Wade ended up having a baby on Gabrielle. Those situations are delicate. And you giving a man or woman the license to do whatever they want to do, and then their excuse is, oh, well, we were on a break. Yeah. So, no, I feel like, in my personal opinion, I recommend that a motherfucker be accountable at all times. You ain't get no,
No break. You better go.
I tried.
Go downstairs. I stay upstairs.
I've tried a break before. It didn't work. About 30 minutes. Well, we got about 30 minutes, maybe about an hour. I've tried to break. I've tried to break, but it didn't quite.
Were you about to get broken up?
Well, no. So, okay, just little T, right? This is Don Julio, little T.
I know.
Okay. So, when I was single, I felt like I could just kind of do what I wanted to do, and it was easier if I was just seeing someone, I could just cut them off without moment's notice or whatever the case was and just detach, right? But in this situation, and you're in a long-term relationship that you're vested in, you have a lot invested there.
New sheriff in town.
Right, new sheriff in town.
So playing no games with your ass.
Wait a minute, hold up now, goddamn. Who said I wasn't the sheriff? Who said I wasn't the goddamn warden?
I know who wear the dockers and who wear the
Feel me?
tattoos.
Well, who? Okay, I'm just playing.
Right.
You're right, babe. I sorry. But I just always feel like it's just the way that you're gonna go about handling shit. And as far as I'm concerned, I've tried to say fuck this shit, upset or whatever. And then 30 minutes later, we ain't broke up because it was an unsuccessful,
Yeah.
And that's just being in my feelings.
I'm sorry, I forgot to put this on.
One thing about that shit there.
What?
When you tell the nigga you got that woman to take a break, and the nigga, being the nigga he is, they gonna do all the opposite shit that they want to do.
What do you mean? We need you to come to a mic because we won't be able to hear you on the video.
Mic, sir.
Or can you come a little bit closer? Because I want to know if you would have the same feedback if Alicia was here tonight. Just stirring the pot and not hiding my hand.
Not the shade. Damn.
Let me tell you something.
Damn, we didn't mean come all the way up here.
I'm coming up here.
No, you can't.
We'll just
you
tilt
can't
that
sit
upward.
with us. The producer is telling you to get back, sir.
And give me we
Oh my
gonna have
God.
one top board, cause we need to talk about some shit, fellows,
Well,
as well as these
put
women.
your EIN number in and register with the secretary.
Oh,
of State.
well,
I got you.
I want to hear this shit. He done came off
And you too can be a blunt talk. Get your own body.
Blunt Talk Boys.
At another address, not at 2175.
Then my sister, she always got some shit. But look, she always got some shit. You know what I'm saying? Going on with it. But I'm gonna tell you like this: a man gonna always feel like a man gonna feel, and that period.
And exactly how does it define how a man gonna feel?
If I love you and I fuck with you the long way, ain't nothing gonna gonna stop there.
Okay. Fair enough. So that means that he ain't gonna be no breaking up.
Ain't no breaking up.
Right. Hello.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm getting deja vu. Like, I'm gonna be the one to get up from the table.
No, what we're gonna do is we're gonna send Alicia a courtesy text.
Right.
We're gonna tell her package is ready for her. I'm just messing with you, go.
They ain't gonna feel like they feel, and they gonna talk like they talk. But at the end of the day, I think everybody judgmental about that girl anyway. Period. If you got down stand on it and you stamp on it, that's yours. And they gonna feel that way about their girl. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna feel that way just being real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times people get caught up in the mix about how they feel about somebody. But when you know they're solid, it's solid. Don't fuck my girl, don't fuck with me.
So even if you're on a break, you feel like those rules still apply?
It ain't no break.
I absolutely agree.
Believe in break.
Yeah. So yeah. So that's what we're saying.
We've been trying to get to that for the
If you need me right now, shout. Fuck off. Call my nigga.
So okay. So let me just say this.
Gives you an excuse for your nigga to fuck
Don't
off.
give me an excuse.
You just want to do it anyway because it doesn't give you a reason because obviously you want to do
Because
it
if my heart
anyway.
invested in you,
You wanted to do
why
that
would you even
anyway.
do that?
This sounds like, sir, this come from a very personal place, and obviously I don't counsel. I have to charge you right now,
You ain't
115
even
hours.
telling me shit.
Right.
But let me tell you,
So it's
if
like,
you give me a break, get what I'm gonna do. Fuck off.
okay.
Well, that's only if the break is accepted.
But I love you.
Okay.
But you won't goddamn do that to me. Fuck it, I'ma hurt
Oh,
you.
this comes from a very personal place, and I'm so sorry, like for real. And we'll talk
So-
about it after the segment.
So everybody does not always agree to a break. So it's at the discretion of two individuals that's in a relationship.
Hard out there for you. You should put your
Oh Lord, yeah.
We don't need no breaks.
I agree.
We don't need
I personally, for some people, breaks are healthy, but we've also seen that shit fail.
Now let me do a little flip. Now sometimes a person can say they want to take a break because they want to observe where shit is going wrong or where did it start to.
Shots
fall
fired.
apart at the scene. No shots fired. They don't call
No.
do that.
No, I think he's saying shots for himself.
No, I'm
What?
saying they may be taking a break to see to. Sometimes you need to take a break for yourself. It may not just be to look at the other person.
I guess I don't look at it as taking a break. If you need time for yourself, then that's communication that you guys need to have together.
Right.
Maybe we need to communicate better. Look, this is what I need from you. This is what I need from you. The break thing, no. The break thing is like you just gonna go do whatever the hell you want to.
Exactly.
Right. It's just an excuse to be able to do your own thing freely.
dedicating them something and them dependable like China.
And so it's Fox 5, yeah.
You wanna be right there with me. Fuck that. Bitch, you better get your shit together. I'm gonna get my shit together. And we gonna rock with each other.
Yeah.
Same time.
This is a
take
hurt
break,
gentleman.
nigga. You left me alone.
And when you and producer, when you edit this, put the arrow of his head and say "hurt gentleman" and flash it like that. Okay. All right. So yeah.
I'm enjoying every moment of this.
And Don Julio. Girl. Yeah, I am too. It's a
That
lot.
Don Julio hit different than that hen dog.
Want to, but that 100. And everybody feel that same goddamn way. They ain't gonna see us. But deep with real.
Yeah, ain't no break.
Ain't no breaks in no motherfucking relationship. And you love me, you fuck me, you fuck me.
Yeah.
Period.
Just say we're done.
Yeah. All right.
So if a lady,
Water.
so wait a minute. So if in a relationship your partner says they want a break and you don't want a break, so then where do you go from there?
Yeah.
Leave each other.
Why? Why you can't talk it
I
out?
feel like this.
Yeah. Communication is key.
And this just coming from my aspect.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do everybody 100 with my partner. They're my partner. You my best friend. We don't got any relationship. We don't been in for. So if you need a break, then you need a break. But break to me means breaking up.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Ain't no such thing as a break. If we are in a full blown relationship, we ride and we 10 toes down.
That's right.
Break these nuts. The fuck do you mean?
Right.
Yeah, I feel you.
Break your face.
So ain't nothing else to be understood that way what it said, right?
Yeah.
Feel me? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna be there for you 100
Right. So, would you consider like a break in the middle of a relationship like a betrayal? Because it sounds like it's very hurtful. Okay.
If you weren't there for me like I got you, you ain't there for me in the first place.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
What's up?
That's all I gotta say. Y'all talk.
So, when it comes to a break, certain
They do what they do. And the motherfucker love you because you do what you do. Period. It ain't nothing can stop it. Love.
is you gonna be conditional or you gonna be unconditional?
Conditional ain't gonna be inconditional.
Well, in certain cases, like everybody's not meant to be together, and sometimes we force relationships that are, seasonal beyond their expiration date.
So let me say something else, because in order for that person, what is causing the person to want to break up? Because sometimes everybody has to, everybody, let me finish. Everybody has to have a sense of accountability. So I'm sure there were warning signs or saying, there are sayings before you settle down and say, you know what, we need a break. Hey, I don't like that you're doing this. Let's talk about this so we can change this. If you keep doing the same goddamn shit, then they want to break up with you. Then sometimes we need to start.
There's a reason for a break.
Right.
You gotta understand.
But we need to be a sense of accountability. We need to start. You need to look at the man in the mirror first. And if you don't see nothing wrong with the man in the mirror first, then we go evaluate the
You
other
gotta
person.
judge yourself before you got
Absolutely. Right.
Sometimes a
And that's
conversation don't
real.
need to be had.
That's
You can
real.
feel
I
the
respect
tension.
that.
You can tell.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Okay.
tell you one thing about all this shit y'all been talking about. Look, man, a nigga gonna love themselves and they gonna love themselves before they love anybody else. They gonna help the motherfucker that they love first. Period.
I know that's right. Speak it, Jesus. Ma'am, you had a comment. I'm sorry.
Yes, I was saying that sometimes the conversation don't need to be had. You can feel the tension,
Right.
You can tell when somebody's acting.
But I'm saying, even if you feel tension, don't you feel it needs to be addressed? That tension? Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
That
Yes.
nigga ain't fake. If a nigga can't respect your woman, love your woman, and treat your woman how you supposed to, they ain't fake.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree. So the break. But the breaks aren't always okay as it relates to relationships, right? But then there are, and now I'm going to tell you what I have taken breaks from. In a relationship, no. But friendships, I have had to put bitches on mute because everybody's not meant for you to fall out. It ain't meant for me to fall out with everybody because we all have our own flaws and our patterns of behavior or whatever works for us, character flaws, personality, deficiencies
Are we
at
talking
times.
friendships now?
Yeah, friendships, because that does. Now, for me,
Friendships need breaks too.
yeah, for me, if I feel like if someone just blows me, I can't stand their voice or they always doing bullshit, I don't like how they moving, then yeah, I definitely stop picking up my phone. I stop responding to text messages. And a lot of times, like she said, there's tension or it can be some things that will fester between people. So it is best for me to, I put distance because I feel like distance kill a lot of bullshit. So yeah.
Someone about that with friendships. Sometimes they've been in friendships for a long time. Some shit can just get to the point where you just need to cut it loose. I don't care.
Yeah.
15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
I will cut you loose.
Yeah.
I can't accept certain things from people.
Yeah.
It's not there. Like, honestly, I can't.
I agree. And there are relationships when you outgrow people. Now we ain't talking about a break. We talking about a snip and a cut off. Like, hey.
Everybody ain't meant to come up with you on certain things.
Yeah,
When
you
get to certain
outgrow
points in your
people,
life,
and it's okay to outgrow someone, especially for people who want to always keep you in a box. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a friendship where me and this individual were friends since 9th grade. She was in 8th grade, and we were the best of friends. But later on, over time, it just became like, damn, sis. Like,
y'all started probably having different mindsets.
we
As
started
you get
having,
older,
yes,
start
and that's exactly what
thinking
happened. We
different.
started having different mindsets. And so, like, there would be times where we would lose contact. I moved here, And I might not talk to her for 6, 7, 8 months, but we didn't lose time when we would talk. You know, we would catch up. But then, like, she got into a really abusive relationship. Okay. And for me, it was like, you see a strong young black woman, you know, who's a warrior at heart. She's a fighter at heart. And she's letting someone who is less than drag her through the mud. And God forbid, like, it's only so much a close friend. Yeah, it made me angry over time. And then it became off when I finally did say something. She got mad with me. I was judgmental. It was me, but I'm having to hear my friend at 2, 3, 4 in the morning call me with a broken heart, a broken spirit, mad enough to where she say she could bite a brick at the time. And that hurts when you love your girlfriends and you can't help them because it's a piece of dick that's dragging them. And then they had, you know, I feel like sometimes miscarriages are a way out. They are sometimes signs.
She had a child with him?
Getting there. Yeah. So she had a miscarriage by the guy, right? And it was like, sis, that's your way out. You had a real, like, you didn't have to go get an abortion. You had you miscarried. And you turn around and purposely got right back pregnant again. And then you attached yourself to something that was so toxic that your close friend was like, look, sis, sick of it. You know, and when I lost my filter for it, it affected our friendship because at this point, I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, I'll tap out over time. And it's just we've had these things that are festering between us and we're not really talking on it, kind of tap dancing around it. And it's just like, you know what? You can go that way. I'm going to go this way because I don't like abusive relationships. Like, I'm just not with that type of shit. A man, he gonna beat your ass and bust your face up and fuck on you and you gonna keep, and then you know better. Like, you have good upbringing. So you won't have any excuses. You grew up Christian the same way I did. You know better. You were an intercessor, you know better. So there's like, it was rough to watch. And so haven't spoken to this day. It's been about 6 years. Maybe.
So when do you
6 years. And I feel no type of way. Like, there's no beef, there's no animosity. We don't live in the same state. But it was like, you know, it was just time to cut the cord.
How long was it since you speaking on it and we're listening? How long was it before you? How many years was it? Years had passed before you said I'm stepping back.
I had contemplated, so I started taking breaks. Does it make it easier by you being in different states? Yes.
I'm sure.
Yeah. Yes. So I started taking breaks. So I kind of gradually, I just stopped picking up the phone. Like, I don't want to hear that shit tonight. I don't want to hear that today because it would break my spirit that I couldn't help my friend in the space that she was in. And I'm only a year older than her, and I always felt like I was the bigger sister. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're not that far apart. She had great experiences. We learned from each other. And she was my rider. She was very loyal. But you couldn't take the hood out of her. It's like, come on now, I need you to turn this shit off. Like, everything ain't, you don't have to challenge all of the friendships. Like, you don't have to be territorial over what we got, you know, over our friendship and stuff like this. Over you are who you are. And it would come other little bullshit issues and shit. So I stopped sharing things over time. I started compartmentalizing and then I started taking breaks. So yeah, it did help the distance that we had between each other. And then at that point, it was just like tap out. I was just totally tapped out. So yeah, but I started with breaks.
Why is that? From friendships or relationships or just space in general? So what's the average time for a break for you, in your opinion?
5, maybe 6:30.
Well, you said they needed to be taken. So I felt if you felt they needed to be taken, then
we want to hear
your
this.
opinion.
What's the time frame?
Right.
For how long?
Space under the same roof? What is space?
So
I'm saying you made a statement.
Some people need space. That space is like room for them to grow.
I want to hear the time.
What else space grow the fuck up? Now, you gonna grow hard or you gonna grow up?
So why are they on a break, right? And they say they need the space. Why they're taking a space break?
Somebody need to grow the fuck up.
Right. So that means they need to do self-evaluations during that time.
But what's your idea of space? The time. She's asked, I want to hear this. So what's the time?
Well, I didn't do it. I didn't shoot.
What's
the
your
sheriff.
time? What's your time frame on you need space? So, but if you needed some, huh?
He said some people. He didn't say him. To his defense, you need understanding, okay, and that is communicated to the person. I need understanding.
I'm just starting.
So going back to friendships, though, right? And ladies and guys or whatever, and if you feel like your friendship is getting toxic, what's like? Well, it's probably really not a time limit when you can say, you know what, it's time.
I just know.
It just depends on the people, personality themselves.
Yes, for me, I've had to it just like I said, I'm gonna compartmentalize. Everyone's different, but I know after you grind my gears, you go to saying the stupidest shit, or you're combative, or you move nasty, and I gotta keep checking you on the shit you do. My break,
Like
you doing fuck shit. No, you doing fucked up shit. I ain't fucking with no bitches with bad hygiene. I don't have a nose for that.
You said move nasty. I just want to know what nasty.
Yeah, when I say move nasty, I mean messy ass bitches.
Not
Stir the pot,
dirty.
hide your hands ass bitches. Like kikiing, that
Smile in your
bullshit
face
that
all the time,
yeah.
wanna take your place. Those backstabbers.
Oh, they ain't gonna take. They ain't even never felt
No,
that
I'm
way.
saying that's
Ain't
a
the they can't even
was
buy.
quoting
Ain't
a
no
song.
audacity on this planet where they can purchase that
quoting a
much to
song.
even play with me.
Nobody wants
No,
to say trees.
no, I'm just playing. Shut up. You know what? Listen, you always start some shit. No, but it's just been like I've been able to save friendships by just backing off and putting some time in between us. They might not have felt like it was the wisest thing to do, but I did it for us. And then we could come back and boom, 3-4 months later, it's cool. Hey girl, it's fresh again. And we didn't have to fall out. We didn't have to have a conversation. We didn't have to have an argument. But if I come back after a break and I just don't like how you move, bitch, that next break might be about a year. Give me about 18 months. And then after that, it's just a complete tap out at that point. And that's just kind of like how I be moving. Because, I got to have that space. Like, that shit irks me.
Space.
Yeah. You sure right.
Come in to do what?
Well, my nose so strong and so easy. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. There are people who walk out of our lives, and I'm pretty sure we've all experienced this at least one time, where you have people who, they just haters, right?
Anyway,
And
that's the people that's only in your life for
they
a
kick in.
season.
For instance, when it came time for us to have our engagement dinner, and just because people might have been around at other times, don't mean that I was gonna invite them to come in, because I feel like if at any point you've ever thrown any stones, any rocks, any bricks at my goddamn relationship, no, bitch, I don't fuck with you like that, but we cool. But again,
But if you don't fuck with them, how y'all cool?
we're cool because it ain't no beef. I accept you for who you are. I just don't give you access to me. That's the difference.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called boundaries. Put a motherfucker on mute. Pause, bitch. You're not gonna call my phone to be nosy, be messy, and none of that.
But you know
So it's
what?
just easy to put that shit on pause and put it on mute. I don't have to pick up my phone. I don't have to
It
reply.
seem like it would be being fake then.
What?
It
How
seem
is
like
it being
would-
fake? We're not even
because I don't
speaking. We're not
fuck with
talking.
nobody I don't like, period.
But we're not in high school, so I don't have to see a motherfucker every day. So it's like
No, I'm saying,
nothing.
If I don't fuck with you, I just don't fuck with you.
Right.
It ain't no talking. It ain't no you can.
But
call
you
me,
gotta-
We be like, hey girl.
But you gotta remember,
don't fuck
everybody
with
don't
people
move
I
like
don't
that. Motherfuckers be fake and want to be kikiing in your face. I ain't gonna kiki in your face. I don't fuck with you. So that be the difference. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody might want to have a friendship with you that you don't want to necessarily have with them. You know how they move. You don't like it, so you kind of fall all the way back. It ain't about falling out and beefing all the time. Because sometimes I don't have to not like you. I just don't fuck with
It's
you.
not about beefing, but I'm just saying.
But I'm going to take a break.
That's me. I just don't fuck with people I don't like.
You
If
shouldn't.
I fuck with you, that mean I got to like something about you, something.
Apparel.
Go on YouTube. You want to see this episode and future episode? Follow us, subscribe to us. Trying to get our following up. So subscribe to us at Blunt Talk Us.
Yes, and let us know any topics or things that you would like to discuss as well.
Right. Oh, and also, last thing, if you want to talk about things on future episodes, email us at blunttalkatl@gmail.com. And as always, thank you guys for supporting us. We love you guys. And
Love, peace, and hair grease.
Blunt Talk is on with Allie B and Tree.